These Long Island children are signing the lyrics to the Lion King song, part of their experience at the 2-week-long Mill Neck Manor School for the Deaf Summer Sign Language Camp for hearing kids. 12-year-old Sky from Glen Cove is in her second year at Sign Camp. She says it's a great experience.
I like how we hang out with the deaf kids. I've made a couple of friends with the deaf kids, and I've learned a lot of just about everything here, about deaf culture and how everything about a deaf person, how it's like for them.
ASL Sign Camp here at Mill Neck is for hearing students that are interested in learning about sign language and about deaf culture, deaf history. We've had about 45 campers who've come in this year. I'd say probably it's wonderful for the community, so that it doesn't matter what job or school they go to in the future, if they meet a deaf person, they'll be able to communicate with them clearly. They'll be able to understand and know the culture, the appropriate way to approach a person. Plus it just, lots of friendships actually end up happening here.
This will be my third year, and I absolutely love working here with this group. I love teaching the kids all the sign language. And for the future, if they happen to meet a deaf person, they'll know that whole world, and they'll be able to communicate.
Okay. It's been excellent. This is my first 2 weeks ever. I'm actually really happy to be here. Much better if I compare it to any place else. This is the best camp ever.
I've been coming here for 6 years. This is my 6th year. My first year here, I didn't know any sign language, and now I know mostly very much of the language, and it's my favorite camp, and I love coming here.
My favorite part is hanging out with the deaf kids because because besides their disability, they're really not that different from us, and it's good to show that, and you gain respect for them and they're really nice. I've made some friends with some of them.
I've learned a lot about deaf culture and how to communicate and just, just have a great relationship with all the deaf kids and teachers and stuff. When I started out, I only knew the alphabet, so now I can have full conversations and I only have to fingerspell a little bit.
On our first day, we were like, oh my gosh, everybody else knows so much more than us, but it gets easier to pick up once you start learning the alphabet, and we learn more words every day, and then we have to just try and memorize them and try to keep using them so we don't lose it. Well, I have a deaf friend, so it would be really cool if I could communicate with her using sign language. She speaks also, but it'd be cool if I knew how to talk to her in another way other than her having to speak to me. We could both sign to each other, or in the future if I meet anybody else that's deaf, it'd be cool to be able to interact with them easily in their way.
Well, I haven't really gone to camp much before in my life, but this is probably the best thing I could have spent 2 weeks of my summer with. Everyone is so nice. We're doing a Lion King song, so I already knew the words from when I was a kid, but it's cool because the words aren't exactly translated word by word. You do the concept and you change it, and it's really fun knowing how to sing, well, not sing, but sign something in a different language.
And the deaf students at Mill Neck Manor School say it's great to be able to communicate with the campers.
Yes, they are very much improving, and they're very motivated to learn. And by meeting with deaf people, they will be able to communicate. It's very enjoyable, making a lot of new friends, and everybody really interacts with each other.
And all the campers we spoke with say they plan to come back next year. For more information about Sign Camp, you can check out the website millneck.org. In Mill Neck, Collora reporting.